It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down, Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Get the ball.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
32-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Murray now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Oh,
that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, Sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And the Patriots are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it first and goal.
56.
Now Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The ball carrier.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
The 2-yard line.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. They run the option on 2nd down. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
59,
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 59. 3 bud.
From the gun, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Hey. 5'9". You run. Hey. Check, 59. All day.
Shotgun now for Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the road.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And 5 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Jones. He gets away from one. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
To the 48-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 3, check 3.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Just like that. Check 55. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Mike, 55. Check.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Touchdown, Chiefs. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
An extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tight end's right. Watch tight.
from the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best.
And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Check 31, check 31. Easy. You don't want nothing. Give me this. Pick up the ball. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Breida, the ball
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
3rd and 4.
Strip that ball. Check 52.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
43-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check 13. Check 13.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Check, 59, 59. Hey, here we go.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 12.
From the gun, Murray. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll go again to Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards.
On first down, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
56 to Mark, boy, 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 11.
They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And I'll tell you, the effort's sensational, but he may have come up a foot or so short of the line he needed. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and sneak it here.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right? Why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap and just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
They'll run on first down. Jones 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
It's a gain of 10.
This is Jones.
First down, New England.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Aaron Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Patriots 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they run the option here on 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
At the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They run for it with Breida. And he's got this down to the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run with Breida and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, Hurts. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Let's go. Tighten up. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He sets up the screen to Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Chiefs 34-yard line.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's 2nd and 8. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. He may try and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
On the keeper.
Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Breida on a toss left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Today's final score, Chiefs.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great.